3 of this podcast. We are previewing and reviewing the games of the Premier League and other competitions. So without further ado, let's start with the first game that happened just after we recorded the last podcast. Manchester United versus Aston Villa. 1-0 to Manchester United. What do you think of that game, Lewis?
I think Manchester United were really lucky. I think after they scored, I can't remember them having another massive chance. I think Aston Villa deserved to at least get a draw out of that game and take it to extra time because there's no replays. But yeah, I think Steven Gerrard was quite unlucky. Maybe if Coutinho was in there, then they'd have that final spark in their team. I think the VAR call was right. I'm not sure what Jacob Ramsey's doing there, bumping into Cavani. He shouldn't really be doing that. Yeah, I think Man United are quite lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think Gerrard should be a bit disappointed leaving the FA Cup quite early when they deserve to win, or at least to get a draw. But yeah, I think he'll be a bit disappointed with the result.
Yeah, I think same. I think Manchester United were lucky to get away with a win there. I think their performances haven't been lackluster, to say the least, lately. I think they've been lucky, and yeah, it was a good goal from Scott McTominay, McFred linking up, but other than that, Man United had nothing going forward. Defence was alright, I guess. Varane looked good. But yeah, I think other than that, Villa, they were good. Their midfield was dominant, but you can't really judge them on Manchester United midfield. Anyone's midfield would look dominating against them. But yeah, I think Villa were unlucky, as you guys said, to get nothing from the game. All right, moving on, we have El Clasico happened this week. Barcelona 2, Real Madrid 3, won in extra time. What do you think of that one, Felipe?
I think that the fact that Xavi just entered and he's starting to rebuild Barcelona's team. I think to just miss out on the final of the Spanish Cup, I think he'd be maybe a bit disappointed. But the fact that he took his extra time with a new manager against Ancelotti, who's an experienced manager, obviously, I think he's done well. And yeah, they did look good at times, but Real Madrid were just a bit stronger, which evidently they won the game at the end.
Yeah, I think we all knew Real Madrid were probably the favourites coming into this one, which is in previous years not always the case. But I think Xavi has done a good job, as Felipe said. More credit to Vinicius Junior, who's having an excellent season. He's really turning into a quality player under Ancelotti. I don't know what he's done, but his finishing has just gone to another level. And I think most European teams are going to be scared to play him in the Champions League this season.
Yeah, I think the same, but obviously Real Madrid were expected to win that game. I think they can take nothing from them. They were Barcelona. I think Barcelona did kind of dominate their game. They had Real Madrid. Real Madrid kind of countered in the second half at least. But I think what Xavi's doing is incredible. Like the way he's got Barcelona back with their youngsters. Like their whole team is pretty youth based. They've got obviously Pedri, what a player he is. Gavi, he's also an up and coming prospect. But I think one player that's not getting the credit he deserves is Ousmane Dembele. Like he dropped a really good performance. No goals, no assists, but what performance he dropped. I think he got a 9.5 rating. But yeah, he dropped a really good performance, and I think if he can keep that up and he signs a new deal, I think it could be good for Xavi and Barcelona. Well, moving on to England now. Tottenham versus Chelsea, 1-0. Lewis, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, dominant game. We dominated the whole match. Tottenham. Some would say they got unlucky with VAR, but for me they didn't. I think all the VAR calls were correct. I think that's one of the few times that all the VAR decisions have gone correctly. I think the fullback, Tuchel was just trying to try it. I think he knew the game was wrapped up. So yeah, I don't think we'll see that against City at the weekend. But I think we were really good, and I think Rudiger's goal was good. I don't know why. Conte left out Lloris and put Golini in. just showed his inexperience on that corner when he tried to punch it when he was nowhere near it. And I think Lloris might have cleared that, and maybe they could have got a goal, and who knows what would happen from there. So I think Tottenham fans are a bit disappointed in Conte there, but yeah, I think it was an easy match, and I think we were expected to win, but yeah, I don't know. We're into the final now, and that's all Thomas Tuchel really cares about.
Yeah, I agree. It was a dominant game, start to finish. Like Lewis said, it was one of the first times where more than one VAR decision in the same game is correct. I think all three were correct, which Tottenham fans might say it was unlucky or whatever, but I think overall they deserve to lose anyway because both games started were completely dominant, and yeah, Chelsea are now comfortably through to the final.
Yeah, well, it's a good performance from them. That's not what we can say for Liverpool versus Arsenal. I think we all expected goals in this game, but it just didn't deliver. I think the early red card put the game to bed. Basically, any chance of Arsenal winning the game went out the window. Well, that's what I thought at least, but didn't turn out that way. I'll get your opinion on it first, Felipe. What do you think of that game?
I think Liverpool without Salah Mane looked going forward were nowhere near as good as we know they can be. I don't think they're going to completely struggle without them, but I think they will not score as many goals as we've seen 4-0 and 5-0 because they don't have their two key attackers. I think they had their first shot on target in the 91st minute. Arsenal had one as well. The fact that there was only 2 shots on target in the game goes to show that Liverpool weren't great because they were still dominant start to finish, trying to create chances, trying to get through, but I just don't think they had that final touch. And I'm sure Klopp will be disappointed. Obviously, Minamino had that huge chance. I think he rushed it a bit. He panicked last minute, like last couple minute chance. Well, it was an open goal, and he definitely panicked, missed the ball from it off the ground. So yeah, I think Klopp should be disappointed, and Arteta should be happy to come away with a draw. Lewis.
Yeah, as Felipe said, disappointment from all Liverpool's perspective. The fans, the manager, the team are all going to be very disappointed with that game. 10-man Arsenal, they just sat back. There wasn't much, as Felipe said, there was only one shot on target for each team. So there wasn't much on. I mean, Minamino, I don't know what he's doing there. He's rushed his shot completely, and the ball's bouncing, yes, he should just take a touch, put it in the corner. If that's going to be the future for Liverpool's shooting without Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, then they could be in trouble the next few Premier League games. But yeah, I think they'll still win games. But as Felipe said, they're definitely not going to score massive amount of goals.
Well, I think I don't agree that we were missing Mohamed Salah because I think Arsenal was so compact in that their defense that I think even if we had Salah, there'd be no space for him to run into. Obviously, having Salah would have been great, but I don't think we directly missed him. I think the main problem with us is our midfield was very, very, very poor. I think James Milner, great servant of the club, great Premier League player, but he should not be starting games anymore. He's 36 years old. I think he should be maximum getting subbed on at the end of the game to keep it tight-knit, but I don't think he should be starting. Henderson, he had a good start to the season, but I don't know what's gone into him lately. He just can't seem to pass the ball more than 10 yards, and I think we were so focused on playing down the middle, which I don't know why we were doing, because Arsenal had 3 bodies to every one of our one body, and we just couldn't get through. But yeah, I think we didn't take advantage of the early red card. I think we've struggled against low blocks this season, and that's been a general theme. I think we're in desperate need of Thiago back into our team, a playmaker, someone who's gonna break lines with passes. It tells stories that Matip was our best playmaker that game, and that shouldn't be happening. But yeah, second leg at the Emirates now, and I think we have to do something special now for that.
Sorry to interrupt, but think we have to give huge credit to Arsenal.
Oh yeah,
They had
yeah.
10 men for over an hour, and they managed to hold on to one of the best teams going forward in the league. So yeah, credit to Arsenal.
I think Arsenal is showing all the like techniques of being a good team now, because they challenged City with 11 men. They kind of held off with 10 men. They held us off with 10 men. I think they could be a real force going in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of the review section. Now we move on to the preview of the next week of fixtures. So the first game we have here is a big one: Manchester City versus Chelsea. Now you two, obviously, your team, so I'll hand it over to you, Lewis.
I think City will win this one. I think we both have COVID issues. Andreas Christensen's out. Pep Guardiola said that some City players are out. He's not going to name them. He wants to keep their private reasons. But they've got some players missing too. Just whether those players are crucial, I don't know. I think Felipe might be able to give us some more insight on that, but I'm not too sure who those players are. But we know that City and Chelsea have. I think those two teams have the best depth in the league. So even if it's a good player, I think they can just replace it like that. Mahrez at AFCON's a big one. I think he ended December really well, in January, the start of January really well. If they get a penalty, I don't know who's going to take it, but they don't have a good track record with those. So yeah, but I still think City will win. I think they're too good right now for Chelsea, especially with our worries up front. I mean, we're not scoring that many goals. We saw against Tottenham, we could only score from a corner. And City are slow compact in corners. And against Cheltenham, I mean, we just put out a great team, so we're obviously going to score a lot of goals there. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going to go 1-0 to City.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with the fact that I think Man City are going to win. I'm going to go with 2-1 to Man City, because I don't think we'll be able to keep clean sheet. But about the COVID situation, both clubs are suffering from COVID problems. So, like you said, Christensen, Chelsea, you have a few key injuries like Chilwell, James, and Chalobah. So yeah, City are missing a few players, which unfortunately I don't know either any. Pep said that there's a few more from the list from before, but also a few less that's come back. So I guess we'll see. But like you said as well, I agree with the fact that both clubs have the best squad depth in the league. So the players miss easily, not easily, but they are replaceable, and the player I'm sure will do a good job. Mahrez being at AFCON is huge, but it's not like it wouldn't be an excuse because you guys are also missing players, Mendy. So yeah, I think it'll be a good game. So I'm going to go 2-1 City.
Yeah, I also agree. I think City will win. I think City are different animals right now. I think they'll capitalize on the fact that you don't have any Chelsea don't have any reliable fullbacks right now. But yeah, I think Chelsea City will win. Sorry, but yeah, I think it'll be. I don't think it'll be that high scoring because Chelsea don't really concede that many goals. But I'm gonna say I don't see Chelsea scoring. I think it's 2-0. I think probably Kevin De Bruyne will get a goal. Someone else will as well. Well, moving on swiftly to a replay of the FA Cup game, Aston Villa versus Manchester United. We could possibly see Coutinho's debut alongside Luka Dean's debut as well. Aston Villa building up a good team now, could play some of their better players. What's your opinion on this, Felipe?
I think, like I say, Coutinho, and I'm not sure about paperwork and stuff like that, but if they are allowed to start and they do start, I think they're going to give United a good game.
So just confirmation, Coutinho can start. He's been in training, so he can start.
He can start. So I think they're going to hit the ground running at Villa. I think Digne is a great fullback. Had some trouble with the manager at Everton. Morale dipped a bit, but other than that, he's pretty good. And Coutinho, we know what he can do. Like we did for Liverpool, struggled a bit at Barca, but is amazing in the Premier League. So I think if they can hit the ground running in that game, I think they'll be unlucky to maybe to get away with draw. I think they're gonna draw 1-1 or Villa win 2-1. I don't see Man United winning.
Okay, Lewis.
Yeah, I completely agree. I can't see Man United winning this game. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, Aston Villa. I don't know if Coutinho will start. Of course, there's match fitness going on. And I think, will Gerrard put him straight back into the fold? I'm not sure. I think Gerrard's an experienced manager. Maybe if Dean Smith was in there, he probably would have put him in. But I'm not sure he will, Gerrard. I want him to, because it'd be good to see that. But yeah, so I don't know who's at home. Can you just confirm who's at home?
It is Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Okay, so that's going to give them even more of a boost. They have good fans. I remember watching them when I went to Stamford Bridge. They have some good fans. Not the best, but I think it's definitely good enough to get their team going. I think it'll be 1-1, as I said, and a good match.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see Manchester United winning unless they change something drastically. Their midfield has been non-existent, and I think this time, Aston Villa will take advantage of that. I think they learned from their mistakes in the FA Cup, and I think this time they will win, and I think it will be 2-1. I see United going ahead at first, and then I think Aston Villa will claw it back. I don't think Coutinho will start. He'll probably come off the bench. I think he'll make a bit of an impact, but I don't see him starting. But I think Aston Villa will win this game, 2-1. Right, moving on to Liverpool versus Brentford, our first Premier League game without the AFCON players. Lewis, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Liverpool are going to struggle. Brentford are a really compact team. I wanted to see Brentford versus Man City, and they were so compact. They only let a couple shots come through. I think City got one disallowed goal with Laporte, but other than that, they didn't really let up too much. And they gave City a good game. And I really like Thomas Frank's Brentford team. I think they're a great team to watch because they play exciting football. And it's always good to see a new team in the Premier League. And without Salah, Mane, Keita as well, who's a big player in that midfield, it's great chances. I think they're going to struggle, but I do think they'll win. 2-0 or 1-0. But yeah, I think they're gonna struggle to find goals in that Liverpool team.
Well, sorry to interrupt, but saying that Aston Villa haven't been on the not Aston Villa, Brentford haven't been on the best form lately. Obviously, they got beat by Southampton 4-1. They beat Aston Villa, but they lost to City, and I don't think they've won before that game for quite a while. So they're not on the best of form right now. However, you never know. It's a big team turning up. You never know what's going to happen.
I think Brentford are a big team. I think
Yeah.
they played well against Liverpool and City and Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a hard game.
I was literally just about to say that. They're really good against the top teams. They only lost to City 1-0. There was a disallowed goal, but other than that, they were fantastic defensively. They only lost to Chelsea 1-0. Arguably, could have pulled a draw, or maybe even won it. And against Liverpool, it was 3-3 at this quite close at the start of the season. So we know that Thomas Frank's side can do well against big clubs. Obviously, beat West Ham as well at the start. So they've got a decent record against the top four currently. So with Liverpool with no AFCON players, it might be a bit controversial. I'm going to go 0-0 or 1-1. I think Brentford can hold up for a draw.
Okay. Well, I think the last time we played Brentford, their keeper was very good on the night. However, he sustained a long-term injury. I think his name David Raya was. He sustained a long-term injury, and I think he's out. And they've got another keeper now. But I think their defense is good. But I think we'll bypass it. I think their team they wanna get at us, and I think that's where we can get at them potentially. So I think we'll win this game. I think it'll be 2-0. I think I see Jota scoring and maybe goal from Minamino somewhere else. But moving on to the North London derby, Tottenham versus Arsenal.
Did you say your prediction?
Yeah, 2-1. I say 2-0. Sorry, 2-0. Moving on, North London derby, Arsenal versus Tottenham. Now, just as recording this, I've got breaking news that Arsenal have asked for the game to be postponed against Tottenham. So if their request is accepted, that game will be postponed. I think Arsenal have an outbreak at the moment. Obviously, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Tomiyasu are all out from COVID. But if say this game does go ahead, what are your guys' thoughts? Lewis?
Yeah, as you said, the game's got a possibility of being cancelled. I mean, it's quite a late appeal, but they did just play against Liverpool, so maybe they'll give them a bit of leeway for that. I think it'd be a good game. I think the reverse fixture Arsenal won. They dominated. They smashed them. I'm pretty sure. It's at Tottenham ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Tottenham just came off a loss to Chelsea, so I'd go with an Arsenal win, 2-1. But of course, they do have a lot of COVID issues, especially in the defence. So yeah, they could be exposed. But of course, Tottenham also do not have Kim and Son, who's, when Harry Kane's not performing, which he hasn't been this season, he's been their player that they've relied on. And when he's not there, they could be in trouble. So I'd go with an Arsenal win. But that's it. The game is played.
I'm going to go Arsenal win 2-1 or 1-1. Like I said, Son now injured, and Kane hasn't been performing. Son's been their player, and Kane right now isn't great, and Son is obviously injured. So I think the football that Arteta has been playing recently with his side, I think has been brilliant. So I'm going to go. Yeah, I agree with that. 2-1 Arsenal win.
Yeah, I think Arsenal win this one as well. But however, if they don't get the game postponed and they have to play with the COVID players, you don't know how many players are out. So it could be good for Tottenham. They could get an advantage there. However, I see Arsenal winning this one. I think it'll be 2-1 as well.
Chelsea v Brighton. Yeah, the last game was a bit disappointing. 1-1. Danny Welbeck, last minute equaliser. Sorry. But I think Chelsea will win this game. I think if we want to have any chance of coming near City this season, which already looks impossible, but you've got to try. You can't just give up. Thomas Tuchel won't give up. So yeah, I think Brighton, they're a good team, but I think we'll win this game 2-0.
Okay, moving swiftly on. Felipe, what's your thoughts on Tottenham versus Leicester? What do you think of that?
Who's at home?
It's Leicester at home.
Leicester at home. Alright, I think Leicester haven't really performed that great this season. I think they're about 10th or 11th. So with Conte in, I'm going to say a 1-1 or a 2-1 Tottenham.
Okay. Well, moving on to Manchester United versus Brentford. I think this game has a disappointment written all over it. I think it could be a game where Brentford could be surprise challengers, and I think they'll get a draw in this one. I think it'll be 1-1 or 2-2. I think it'll be a draw. Well, moving on, we have the second leg of the Liverpool versus Arsenal game. Obviously, we reviewed the first leg, was very disappointing. I think we'll just run through and get a quick prediction from everyone on this one. I think Liverpool will just nick this game. I think it'll be 1-1, and I think we'll win in extra time. So I'm saying 2-1 overall. Lewis?
Yeah, I'm very excited for this match. But yeah, as you said, I think Liverpool will win. I think they'll win in 90 minutes. I'm going to go with a 1-0 Liverpool.
I agree that I think it's going to go to extra time. I think it's going to be 1-1 and 2. I agree with Abdullah completely. 2-1 Liverpool in extra time.
Okay. Is that it? Or?
Is that it?
Okay. Well, that's all from us this week. Make sure to join us next week for the next episode of the podcast. And yeah, thanks for your support so far.